Well, we're going to go ahead and get started because it's 2 minutes after 1 o'clock Pacific time. So we have the three of you. And so, first of all, for those that don't know me, I'm Ryan Nielsen, and I am the owner of a company called Your Guy Friday. And I worked for Chamber Nation for 4.5 years, and I was their head IT person. And so they continue to contract with me to do a lot of the IT work and the training. I'm an educator, and so I do a lot of these things. And so you'll see me in lots of different roles in lots of different places. And so the purpose of this hour that we have together is for me to just answer your questions. I'm going to go ahead and start a screen share on my screen with members area here. And so what I want you guys to feel free to do is as you have questions, if you're not comfortable saying them out loud, you can put them in the chat window to me. But otherwise, feel free to have your microphone unmuted and just ask your question. And this time is yours, and we'll go through. Oh, we have one more coming in here.
Yeah, Ryan, Harry Shapiro's trying to get in.
Yep, he just got. Yep, I just
admitted him in.
So
you just made the cut.
Yeah, he made the cut. So, so this time is yours for the next hour. So as you have questions, and if it's totally silent, then I have some things that I love to show chamber admins, chamber executives on some not what I would call hidden features, but not as utilized features that can be a huge benefit that a lot of times people don't even realize. So I have that as well. If there's a lull in the conversation, but otherwise I'm here to do my best in answering your questions. So whoever wants and is ready, just go ahead and fire away. All right.
Hi, Ryan. I do have a question.
Yeah.
When it comes to with a member, when we're adding an additional employee to the database,
yes.
What does that mean that additional employee gets the same email alerts or whatever that the main person gets on that account?
So, first of all, it depends on how you have it set up. So let me try and make this completely clear for you.
Okay.
In the member database, so as you go in, and if you add a cross-reference member, is that what you're saying? Is that what you meant?
It's just, yeah, class reference, like an additional employee for that member.
So if you have, when you add them, when you go into the member plan to add either the cross-reference or the additional employee, if their member plan that you're adding them to is a full paid member plan, then that additional employee or that cross-reference member gets everything that a regular member would get. But if when you add them, most chambers, when they add an additional employer or something like that, they add them as a list only. They'll add them, either like on mailing list, or they'll do list only is most of the time what they'll do. In that case, those cross-reference members or those additional employees don't get all of the additional benefits of the full membership plan. You can, however, let me go back, and when you are sending, if you send out under communication a broadcast email message, if you want to make sure that that goes out to all, let me just click here. I'm going to just click past this real quick. I'm going to put in test so that I can just get past there. Don't worry about all this. And we'll just do test Ryan. And what I want to do is I want to show you once we get past, I'm not going to worry about putting all this in right now and wasting time. Because what I want to do is just show you when we get to the screen where we can choose who we're sending it to. So you'll see right here when you send it by membership plan, typically you do all full member plans and active members. Now you've got this little checkbox here to include cross-reference members. So if you check that box, then this particular broadcast message will go out to all the members and the cross-reference members or the additional employees. And that's the way you can communicate with them. But otherwise, unless they're on an actual paid member plan, they don't function like members.
What do you mean by a paid member plan? What do you mean by that?
So by a paid member plan, so when you go into your member database and you come up here where you have plans, so all of these that you do, where even if it's a $0 amount, like you're not charging them, but these go as, these are all member plans that you put in. So any of these, even if it's a $0 amount, it's considered a paid member plan because that's a full membership. So it counts on, like, that would count on your, your membership numbers. That would, that whole thing. So like if you're paying, for example, if you're paying Chamber Nation $30 setup fee per member, if they're in one of these plans, you would pay that. However, if they're in a non-member plan, and those are, let me go back here in the member database, on this drop-down menu on yours, and this is the sample, our testing system, but on the drop-down menu here in the member database, if you see all of the ones with asterisks are a member plan, even if it's a $0 one, these are the paid member plans. And then all these at the bottom without asterisks are non-member plans. So you've got like list only is just that. It's just list only. Most cross references go in there, or prospects, or these again, mailing list. And these may look different on your system than on our testing system because we can set those up for you if you have specific ones that you want them to be put in. Does that help?
Ryan, maybe I'll have to talk to you about this later because I don't think that's not what I see on my end. I don't know if we can use an example of one of my members. If not, then I'll have to.
Well, if it's okay for me to go into your system, but I'd like to ask permission before I go into your system, I'll log into your system and we can look at a specific example.
Can we do that, Harry? Can we do that, Harry? Or no, let's not do that. No, okay. We'll have to. Yeah, I'll have to talk. I'll have to take this offline with you.
No problem.
I think what you mean is, for me, if I look in our system, then I see one of the companies that's registered, there are 2 email addresses listed in the email address column. And so I'm not sure, they must have had 2 people added. I'm very new at this. I just signed up on the board of my business association about a month ago. But is that what you mean? If there are 2 email
addresses under additional employees
for one company?
No, it's not 2. Okay. It's not 2 email addresses for the one company. It would be, for example, let me give you a specific example here. So, and let me use me as an example. Let's say let's say you have a small business, and let's say I wanted to add my wife. Well, obviously, with my wife added, we don't want her to be, getting a separate bill and everything, because that's the other thing. Unless it's a $0 plan, they would get a bill and everything. So if I go into, edit, or when you do new on mine, so I put all my contact information. When I get to the bottom here, I can actually add a record cross-reference to this member. So when I do that, when I click on that, this allows me, and it keeps all of the main business information, because it's cross-reference. But I'll show you. So if I put in her name, and then, I could go through, and I'm not going to take the time to fill out all the fields that don't need to be filled out to waste time. But I will go through and fill all that out. This is where now on the plan, I would go in, and by default, it typically chooses list only as the default for cross-reference members. So I'm going to leave that because list only is not a member plan. It's a non-member plan, but then they're in the member database so that I, as an admin, can look and say, okay, so and an example might be maybe my wife wants to also get the chamber communication, so she knows what's going on, even though she's not a member per se, because the or I'm the member by contact, she can still attend events and get everything. But so we'll do list only. So I'm just going to go ahead and click save and exit. So what's going to happen now is, so if I'm viewing
Going to,
all members, for example, you will not see, like, even if I come down here to Your Guy Friday, you're not going to see her. If I go to all records, just real quick, let me show all record types. Now it's going to show even mailing lists. I mean, it's going to show all these, now 2,650 records. I'm going to just go to the last for a moment. And now you'll see, here's what I just added, Christiana, and she's the list only. And then, of course, there's me as a member. So that's the idea. That's what I was talking about. And you can specifically just go to, like, on all record types, I could just go to list only. And now it's going to just display only those that are entered as list only.
well, Ryan, what if instead of list only, we're adding them as an additional employee? Will they get the emails?
Same thing. If you add them as an additional employee and it's got an asterisk next to the plan, then they would be receiving all of those. Otherwise, they probably, if they're down here, they're not going to be unless they're cross-referenced, and then you click that box to include cross-references. So
right,
it really depends on how your system is set up on that. There's no blanket way to answer that question without looking at it and seeing how you have it set up.
So question, Ryan. So if I'm reading this right, there's two choices. If I use one of the asterisk symbols, I can add Maria as a business partner for my company, but it's a possibility she can be charged as I put her in the 01. Or I can do the exact same thing in list only. To me, the benefit I say list only is that person's just a second point of contact, and they're really not going to come unless they see something. That saves me, instead of having that giant list of all these members. Now I'm trying to call Tyson and Maria and James all for the same company, and Tyson Maria, like, I don't even do nothing unless they tell me. It's beneficial to have them better on the list only. So that's how I understand that. So I got that part understood. So this section here, as far as adding that cross-reference, is that something the member can do themselves, or do we have to do that as admin?
You have to do that as admin. The member cannot add cross-references themselves. Now, the other advantage is, let's say you already have a member in there that you want to add as a cross-reference. It's not like you have to start from blank.
I mean, that's what.
So let me show you real quick here. If I go back into my record even, and you can add more than one cross-reference. That's the other thing too. It's not like you only have to add one. So right now I'm the primary cross-reference. It's showing Christiana. And what I can do, let's see. Hold on, where is it? Oh, they changed it.
Don't you love it?
Yeah, they've changed it since I was there. So hold on. Let me see.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. I have a question after that, Ryan, on something I looked up here, but go ahead, finish.
Okay,
yours.
1 second. Let me just see. It doesn't look okay. They changed it. So let me. Yeah, so let me not confuse things by adding something that I was about to say that's not there anymore. So let me just go back. So, anyway, oops. Let me go here. Anyway, so to answer your question, yeah, you would have to add them as a cross-reference member as an admin. So And this is where what they have now is, if I accidentally meant, oops, Christiana is supposed to be the primary contact and I'm the secondary, then you do have this option, change primary cross-reference. And if I click on that, it's going to give me the option, and it's saying this whole paragraph, Ryan Nielsen's the primary, and currently has the following secondary. And I can click there to make Christiana the primary, and I can reassign primary. If you're doing that, you can also reassign the TCS page to the new primary. So even if you're like after the fact, oops, I put in the wrong person as the primary, or someone else came in and took over, you can add them as a cross-reference and then change primary and reassign the TCS page so that you don't have to delete and start from scratch.
All right, Ryan, I have, I'm looking at something here on my computer, and
Okay.
when I go in and I go under additional employee, where it says member type, the drop down, I have it as additional employee, and then in parentheses, it says $0/1 year. That's the way we set up our additional employees.
Okay.
Do those people get the emails like the main person on the?
Yes,
That's what I want.
Yep, the way from what you're describing, if you have it set up that way, they would get all of the same communication in emails. Yes.
Perfect. Because I see that well, yeah, no, you got it. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you. That's what I needed. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I've got a big question, Ryan, and you're going to help me out with this. So when we're having new members go in here and they have all these categories. Currently, right now, my category list for our chamber is probably maybe about 50, but I know there's like a couple of thousand categories. How can I get all of those to post so people can utilize it? So, for example, for me, I'm a DJ. So in my category list in my chamber, I'm listed as a DJ. I'm listed as I'm also a veteran. So I want to be able to list veteran. I'm listed as a business service. So all the different categories that fall under. How do we get that whole list to sit there and they can pick them?
So, the maximum, and depending on how your system is set up and which plan you're on, the maximum categories per member is allowed is 5.
Right, I've got that.
So the only way, what you can do, like when they're joining, well, even on theirs, hold on, let me go back here. And
well, what I mean is like, as me as a member, when I go in, I'm saying, use a chamber. Our chamber has maximum maybe a couple of hundred category types that people can choose from. And I know Chamber Nation has a huge category list, so I want to have that huge list implemented on my chamber so that Tyson can pick all the categories that actually he falls under.
So there's there's only 5 that they can choose max. They can't choose a whole bunch. But
right.
The way you can do that is in your member database up here at the top, you've got this categories right here link. And when you click on that, then these are right now, like in our testing system, we there's only like 30 or so here in the testing system.
Right.
But you can add any, and all you have to do is you click add new category, and let's say DJs, or DJ. We'll just do DJ. You click submit, and there it is.
Right.
I'm
typing that one. I understand it.
Now
I thought it was a way. I'm like, go ahead, please.
The only way, if you had a whole list and you're like, I really don't want to take I've got like 900 that I want added, and you don't want to take the time to add them manually, you can submit a ticket and custom engineering can import that for you. There would be a charge for that. I'm not with engineering, so I wouldn't even begin to give you a price quote of what that would be, but you could submit it and say, could I get a quote for this? And of course, they'll quote you before they do it. So you can say yes or nope, never mind. But there's no way to just import like that whole list on your own. You just have to go in and one at a time enter them.
Okay.
or
And,
do
and
the
that's
custom engineering.
yeah, like for example, like I went Chief Maria's chamber, and I'm a member, and I said, wait a minute, they've got 2,500 categories, and I'm on the board of this chamber. We only got 1,000, so I thought I could just take a zip file of all their stuff and transfer it over, but I can't. So I'm gonna let Maria put the ticket in and transfer them over to my chamber for me, so I don't have to do all that hard work.
There you go.
Oh, all right, so I see what you're talking about. It's got to take time and just literally go into. Well, let me ask my fellow chamber admins while we're on here. Would any of you be interested in finding your category list like this and say, hey, let me email this to James? Because if I see the categories, I don't mind taking the time to just put them, because I want my members to have the best ability to broaden their categories that fall under. Like I have, we just got a fitness trainer that just joined, but she runs a boot camp and she has fitness and she does online classes. So we don't have a section that says boot camp. I want those keywords to be able to pop up for them. So I put my email in the chat if anyone wanted to, go to the category section and just do a PDF and email it to me. I'll be glad to accept it. Maria, Tyson, Harry.
Yeah, I'm not that familiar with it yet.
No problem. I am, but like I said, down Colorado Springs, we have a Colorado Springs chamber. They have like over 2,500 members, and they're one of the chambers who has that 2,500 plus categories in there. But oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think ours is set up so that each person is only in one category, from what I've seen. Maybe I need to look around a bit more, but I don't know. I think they did it that way intentionally when they set it up instead of having multiple categories for each person.
Right. And depending on the plan, not the plan for the member, but depending on what plan your chamber is set up on, some of the chamber plans with Chamber Nation allow only one category. Some allow up to 3, and others allow up to 5. And so that would be one of the things. That's why I'm not going in and saying, well, go here and click here, because that's not something that you can change yourself, depending on what your plan you're set up on. If you're certainly if you're set up on the plan where you could have up to 5 categories per member, you can limit it to 3 or limit it to 1 if you chose to do so, and that would be in the configuration settings to do that. But I don't want to, because I don't have that would go through Richard Scully as the CEO to know what plans the chambers are in. I don't want to go in and be like, oh yeah, just go here and set 5. You'll be like, you might go in and be like, I show that I'm only able to do 1, so I don't want to, have you be like, but Ryan said.
No, you're right, Ryan. You're right.
Yeah, and you're right. And so we have that set that we allow a lot of categories. I wanted to update that, so I'll just take the time and upload them. Once my lovely friend Miss Maria and my buddy Tyson send me a copy of their categories, I'll be glad to have them. And I'll just take the weekend and touch and go and do it. But back to you, Ryan.
Yeah. So other questions or things I can help with?
I do have one more. So I know I talk about veterans, minorities, because and everybody, I try to push these big. I know we have a veteran selection on our page that you can go click, hey, I'm a veteran. Is there any way, or is there a section we're missing that we may say women own or minority? Because on the membership page, when I go to the list of our members, I can click on my DJ and it has the sign saying I'm a veteran. Do we have the ability to add, or are we missing those sections?
Right now, we don't have those other sections, just the veteran owned. But again, if that is something you want, it would be custom engineering, and they could do it for you if you wanted to have other options like that.
Cool. I'll let Maria do it, then I'll steal hers.
Yeah, we got a couple of questions too.
Yeah, Tyson.
First of all, last Wednesday there was a webinar that I was on, and they were talking about a different system, engage in local commerce, and they were talking about how that was going to be replacing a different system. Is that entirely different, or is that replacing this system, or what is the deal with that?
So what that's primarily going to replace is that's really going to replace sorry. that's not going to replace your admin system per se. What it's going to end up replacing is when you're going in for the membership, for the members themselves, like their marketing landing page and all the things for the member that are available. It's going to replace that. And let me see.
Is that going to just automatically upgrade?
Yeah,
Or
that's
what?
actually tonight. I was on with you last week with you as well, Tyson, and they sent an email out as of tonight. They're going to actually do a swap over. So tomorrow or Monday, if you go to your member landing page, you should see a whole new design.
Right. And so, but
Okay.
for the admin side of things, it's not going to change like the admin side of things greatly. So one of the things, and I don't want to take the time right now but I want to point it out. Two websites that I want to encourage you to go to that will help you understand this more. The first one is wehelpchambers.com, and it'll automatically go to this economic development We Help Chambers page. But it's, oh, there it is right here. wehelpchambers.com. And again, don't worry about the pricing or anything, but this is going to show you like the infrastructure, the dashboards. So you're going to be able to go in here and explore, 3 amazing user level and dashboards to make an easy language, to make it easy. So there's going to give all the information. You're going to have, some screenshots, just all this information, how it's going to work. This is primarily for, and this is just to explain it for you as a chamber executive. I know I don't want to do the demo, but it's going to go through and talk about all of this, give some samples, economic development. And then the other one, just so you can see, is We Help.
Hold on a sec. I'm sorry, Ryan, before you go. So that page you just had on as far as showing the demos, and you said it's for us as the admin. Is that also able so we can contact Chamber and say, hey, would you guys mind doing, since it's a new rollout, doing it for orientation for our chamber members?
We are going to, well, we have, and I'm working on getting up to speed because I'm waiting for this to be launched. But I do a once a month webinar for members. It's typically, normally it's the first Tuesday of the month that I do a webinar for members, and we'll go through a lot of these features. And so I'm working, once they roll it out, I'm going to get myself up to speed to do this webinar for the members. And then to answer your question is where I was going to go. The other page is actually wehelpmembers.com. So there's We Help Chambers, and then this one is We Help Members. And this is actually designed for the members to kind of show them exactly what they get, what it's going to look like for them. This is going to be the new member dashboard. So this is what they're going to see when they log on, this new member dashboard, how to access things, and then showing how it's going to appear both on the mobile app, and just all of this. Their member display catalog, how it's going to show. Anyway, so We Help Members will show the members as well. There's even the program slides, and this will open a Google Doc, which will walk through all of the program slides. And there's audio buttons that will explain each one of the, each one of these. And so they can even go through the slideshow, with member reviews and just all of the things here. So this is for the members too, but we will also be doing the once a month webinar for the members. And all of these webinars, if you go to chamberclasses.com. So I'll pause for a moment here. Chamberclasses.com. And this is where you can send your members as well. When you go to Chamber Classes, these are all of the different training. And we have them, with some graphics. So this is for members, even though it says members only. Of course, chamber admins can be here. But this is the member training webinar. We've got one on December 15th and the other one on January 5th. And they'll keep going. We just don't put, the whole year. Of course, this is the one we're on right now, the admin. the one, then there's the chamber growth and retention. This December 2nd one, Richard Scully is also going to introduce the whole new platform and everything. So we have all of this. Your members can get on here and register for the events. You can register. So right there on chamber classes. So we're working, James, to have you and your members covered in every way that we can.
I think I'm laughing at come have such a good joy. I gave a very detailed orientation class yesterday, going over all the dashboard stuff and getting them everywhere. And like, yes, I'm excited. And Monday morning, going there like, what the heck? This is nothing I ever went over the class. And this is James trained me wrong. I said, no, Maria sent me the slides. That's what I'm saying. You guys are saying slides. Perfect.
So that's going to automatically replace the other system this evening, tonight?
Yeah. And we're doing it tonight so that hopefully over the weekend our Chamber Nation can kind of work out any bugs. I mean, they've been working on it for months. So we're not like, oh, we'll just wait and launch it and then have a zillion bugs. But as any of us know in technology, there's always something that, until you launch live, it's like, oh, oops, somehow this got missed or whatever, So
yeah.
I got one question, Ryan.
Oh,
these member training.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Everybody's
Go ahead.
gonna be,
I didn't know if Tyson was done with his question.
I'm sorry, Tyson. I stepped on your toes. Go ahead, buddy.
You go ahead. I've got another question, but it's different, so you can go ahead and ask yours.
I think this is going to affect all of us. So we know Monday morning we're going to have members calls us crazy. What is going on? I don't understand. Don't see everything. And we tell them all to go to the classroom and they'll register. What is our maximum count per class? Even though we're on Zoom, I think if we had, hey, we got 100 seats, we got 50 seats, we can tell our members can pick a different date that works for them. Because I know my chamber, 150 plus, I'll probably have about 75 of them that on this December 15th webinar guaranteed. And I don't want to take up all the slots unless we have to. And if we know, I don't want all of us requesting you give us a special class, because with 1,000 plus chambers, you'll be done forever. But if we had a set number, I can say, hey, you guys need to get on here ASAP and get registered before the seats run out.
Our maximum number is 100 per class. So,
okay.
Yep. And it really is just first come, first serve. So if they register, we're not cutting it off like, a chamber only gets X number of seats. It's, because it's with the members, so
right.
We're not going to cut that off. If it's filled, then we'll say, make sure you hit the January one or the February one, or, we'll do it each month. So
I plan on using yours to replace my orientation classes. I won't do it anymore. Hey,
so,
Ryan.
I would like to learn more about the benefits for the members, what they have in the system, what they can come in and do. We're not actually a chamber. We're a business association, the Granger Business Association for a city here. And we got about 87 members right now, but they're not active. I don't think any of them are really using anything here in the system. And so I want to learn more about the benefits, what they have access to, and help them and train them in what they are gaining, and also use that as a tool to increase our membership, to promote this to new prospective members. Now, I like what I saw in that webinar last Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be some good stuff. Now, I was wondering about when I log in to the main screen and I go down to the bottom, it says my membership information, manage page deals. Now, maybe the new system is going to replace this, but step one, set up your TCS website. So it says request your TCS website to be created. It says it takes 7 to 14 days. I requested that the first time I logged into this on September 25th, and it still says it's pending. It says it's requested. Now, what exactly is that, the TCS website, and who sets that up?
So, and if yours isn't set up, you would want to submit a ticket to Chamber Nation to ask, what the status is of it. But what that is the marketing landing page is the other word for it. And so let me show you. So like, I'm going to go here on the advanced tools and just show you what, again, this is a sample, but the marketing landing page for Your Guy Friday, My Business. So I'm going to click here to view the current marketing landing page, and it's going to open a new tab. Now, this giant banner here, this just allows you, this demonstrates that the chamber can, if they want, load a banner of their choosing, or, that's even a sales option. So yours is not going to have this giant brand, like it says, your chamber branding or system sponsor banner could go here. It doesn't have to be that giant either. That's just one sample. But the marketing landing page is this sort of thing. So they will have like a large banner, then they can have another graphic image here. It will have us an about us information or about us section with up to 4 about us images, a link to their digital displays, which is their digital catalog, their contact information. And again, it'll have the full information. I don't have all my full information in there. A link to visit their website. You can even, well, the admins would have to do this, but this is a link directly to the Google review, so you can do that. But the services they provide, hours of operation, their social networks or blogs. You can even, well, right now this request couldn't be processed, it says, but you can even end up, if they have a business Facebook page, that can be embedded in the marketing landing page. And then there's a place for the bottom banner. And the idea of this, it's not meant to replace their website. So if they're like, but I already have a website, fantastic. This is a highly search engine optimized page that serves as a great companion to their website. Now, if they don't have a website, this actually could function as their website. But when I, working with Chamber Nation and working at Chamber Nation for years, I had so many members that were like, but I have a website, I don't need that. And I'm like, it's not so much you need it as much as you want it, because this is just going to drive. And it's not, like you see, there's going to be, if they have their own website, which I do, there's going to have a link right here on the top left, as well as the big button here to go to the website. So again, it's not trying to replace it. It's not trying to take people away from it, but this just helps build traffic. The other thing you'll see is the traffic totals, the directory exposures, right here, will show how many times that their business showed up in a directory search. So how many times someone, either, with whatever the search was. Now, if someone goes and says, I want to see all businesses, of course, that counts as a directory exposure. But then page views is how many times have people visited and viewed this marketing landing page. And so that's what the TCS page is. TCS is the old terminology we used. It stood for traffic catcher system. And so it was a traffic catcher system page. We now call it a marketing landing page. But we haven't gone through and on the admin side been able to rebrand everything, or rename it all, because that takes time and costs a lot of money. So but that's what that is. So
Ryan,
Okay.
can I, oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Maria.
No, I'm sorry, Tyson, are you done? I just wanted to add to that, but did you have something? I don't want to.
Yeah, I was wondering then, since I requested for my page to be set up, where do they get the information to actually create that page? And then I was wondering also, how do I see which members have this created, and how do I see their pages?
Okay.
But maybe we should let Maria go first.
Maria, go ahead.
Thank you. I just wanted to add, one of the things that I saw with Chamber Nation is you guys have also added like a video to the landing page. And also one of the other things that I saw that was new was the daily deal. You guys have added like a little red banner or something that says special offer.
Mm-hmm.
And you can now view your daily deal from your landing page. So I saw those are really good features, and I always point that out to my members.
Yep. So Tyson, let me answer those 3 questions for you. Sorry, one sec.
Before we go in too much in depth, I'm not sure how much of this is going to be replaced by the new system. You know, if this is all going to be replaced, then I might as well not bother learning the old system and just learn the new system too. So I'm not sure exactly where the line is with that either.
It's not going to be replaced so much by the new system, as much as just really for the member side of things, a lot of it. But what I'm going to show you is not going to be replaced by the new system.
Okay.
So first of all, where they get the information, if you have a website, then what Chamber Nation does is uses your current website to gather all of the information here. So what they did, let me actually go here to my actual website just very quickly. So you'll see this is my website that I created. So I've got that. You'll notice this graphic looks, very familiar from here. So they grabbed that and put it in just as one image. So they did a screenshot, even though on my website, these are all individual images, and then for the about, what they did is I actually went up here, or in my about, this is about me. And so they grabbed that information to put that in for my about. And then what they did for these services, they put in my categories. So if I go back one page, they just grab my computer skills classes, software training, computer or conversion services, tribute slideshows, web design, data recovery. That's what they grabbed and they put those in. And what they did is they then linked these services to my actual website. So if I were to click on, for example, conversion services, if I click on that, notice it actually takes you to my website, to my conversion services page. So again, they will, if you have a website, they grab all that from you. If you don't have a website and you request it, then they'll send an email with a form that you fill out and attach any images that you send back, and then they'll use the information you submitted to create it. So that's the first thing. Now, to answer your question, how can you see who has it with the members? In a couple quick ways I want to show you. If you're in your member database, you will actually see to the far right, you've got this TCS NP, and even if you just hover over it and pause, like I know you can't see this on your screen, but hovering over it when I pause, I actually now see marketing landing page complete default layout is what shows. Now,
I see that.
down here, TCS marketing landing page not complete, and you see it grayed out. Now, of course, you also don't want to have to go through, just line by line to look at those. So you also have, if we go back to our main menu, and if we come down here to reporting, and you go into admin reports, what you can do is under this, let me see where it's at real quick. There we go. So you got marketing landing page related reports here. And if you want to see, for example, who has a completed one, you can actually click on completed marketing landing page report. And this is going to show you all the members that it's done. And so, and it'll show you what they're, it'll give a link to the marketing landing page. Now, again, we're in our testing system where we've got, 20 people. So of course, 3 are done. And this is the testing system. You could also just go into the no marketing landing page report, and this will generate those who don't have it done. It'll also show you like a couple differences. This one where it says not completed means somehow it got started, but it was never completed, or not even started. Now it might even show you if there's a problem like email missing. It might show you why, or username missing. Sometimes it's not a problem, and it's just going to say TCS not started, and there's no other issue there. It's just they've never started it. And so, like here's one. TCS not started, there's no error. There's the option in this case to send the welcome email if it's never been sent, but that's just again with the testing system where you can see what is and what's not completed.
Good.
And so you've got that. And then like the members
When I go
option
into
is,
my,
I'm sorry,
when
what's
I go
that?
to my, so when I go into mine right now, when I look at the completed marketing landing page report, it says 0. For the no marketing landing page report, it says 45, but we've got 87 members. So what happened? Where are all of the others if they are not showing in these reports? These two.
So what it may be is right now the other members have not yet been loaded in the system as ready to receive so it might be that they haven't requested it,
That's
or
probably it.
or they haven't been loaded in the system, again depending on your setup with Chamber Nation, where some chambers, the way they've got it set up is all of their members automatically get optimized. And so that's where, again, if you're not sure, submit a ticket to Richard Scully, because he would have to answer that question, because he's the one, of course, that knows which chambers are set up in which ways and what plan and what contract they're on and everything.
All right. Good deal.
So,
Ryan, you just said about all chambers can have this optimized, everybody gets automatically done. I believe we're set that way, but there's no downfall if we say, hey, send all these guys off landing page and send them all an email. If they accept it and do it, if they don't or they won't, it doesn't affect us as a chamber in a whole. Am I correct on that?
that is correct. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, I think most of our members are not aware of this and probably have not requested that. That's why half of them are not showing in the reports. If we could set that up to do it automatically, I think that would be a good thing.
Could you show us where to do that at?
That would actually, to do it automatically, again, that would be depending on what contract you're on with Chamber Nation. That's not something you can do to have it set up automatically. But you would have to contact Chamber Nation, and then if you're not on that plan, which is like the premium membership plan for all members, then
Yes, we got.
Chamber Nation can get you on a new contract and set that up. But again, that would all be through Richard Scully. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that, So that's totally out of my ball field.
Wow.
Now, once members do have their page set up, where can they find it, or where can they go to see everyone else's pages?
Okay, so there's a couple places that they can do that. One is actually on your chamber's website. I mean, on your chamber. If they go to the member directory, they're going to be able to see that. And so, but let me show you here on the. So when they log in, though, what they of course don't see all this admin stuff. When they log in and they have the member menu and their membership information. So they are going to be at any time, they're going to be able to come down to their advanced tools and they'll be able to click on that. Now this part will change with the new rollout, but it will actually be a whole lot easier for them. Let me see if I don't know if this shows it clear. Oh, hold on. It's this one. And I don't know if it shows it super clearly, but they're going to be, let me see. Okay, let's see. Pull the ad displays, number of photos. It's going to be somewhere on here. And again, I apologize. I've not seen I've not been on this side of things yet either. But there's going to be something like right over here where they're going to be able to just like where it says view catalog, but it's not that one. But they're going to be able to just click on a single button to view their marketing landing page, as well as edit it, I believe, for the member. So that is going to be made simpler. But in here, and they're still going to be able to go in. And here's the other thing is they can. So these are the main things that and I don't want to overwhelm you, but these are the main things, the site information, the about us photos, the business tour photos, header and main images. But on all of the marketing landing pages, and you can go in to any of the members' marketing landing pages to edit them too, if you want as an admin. But there's this show advanced features. If I click on that, you're going to see this expands, and there is so much more that can be added. So like Maria was saying, as we come down here, I can upload a video or audio. It says commercial, but a video or audio can be uploaded to my marketing landing page. More social networking stuff. I can do all kinds of education stuff. Why I'll impress, why I would impress you. My mission statement I could put on there. I can activate a catalog shopping link. I mean, there's so much more that I could do, that each member can do. But we found going here overwhelmed the members so much that they'd be like, see ya, I'm gone. So that's why the default is just the general, and that's just the main stuff, which as you see, I've just done the general. I didn't even do the business tour photos to get to my marketing landing page here, which does contain a ton of information already, so it's even with just the general, you've got a whole lot in there, but they can do a whole lot more and the advanced stuff too.
Nice.
Hey,
And so
Richard. Oh, sorry.
they can just click that to see the advanced settings. They would see that link.
Yep. Yeah.
Can I add something to that?
Yes, Maria, please.
Thank you. One of the things that I found, especially for my members, there are members that ask me, Maria, how do I see other people's marketing landing page? One of the things I tell them is they can visit our website page, our homepage. They can go under, I guess it's business, and then business directory or directory, and they can put in the company's name or the business name. And when that shows up, there's a little icon on the right-hand side. Not all of them have it, but the ones that have a marketing landing page, they can click on that little icon, and it will open up to their landing page for that business. So that's another way to see who has a landing page and who doesn't.
Let me show you a quick example of what she's talking about. This is the town we live in. This is the town where the Chamber Nation is officially housed into, Quincy, California. So, and again, to view all members, you just click search with no directory. So I'm going to do that real quick. Just do the search with and this is going to show all members. So what you're going to see as we come through here, and again, every single directory might be set up a little differently, but you'll see, like in this case, we've got the business information. So if we go over here, this more info icon, when we click on that, this actually takes you to their marketing landing page. Now, in this case, they have not really done much on setting theirs up, so theirs looks pretty empty. It does not look impressive, but this is where on each one of these you could go through. And so here's American Valley Community Service District. They've actually done a nice job. So you see a whole lot more on theirs with all of the different information, the hours of operation. So that's how that they can do that. They can go through.
Yeah,
and
some of
see
our
that.
members do have that.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan?
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. When you're talking about how Chamber Nation takes your website and they make it into landing page, you can go to our chamber and they made mine. I was like, this looks like exactly what I have on my website.
Fountain Valley Chamber of Commerce, right?
Correct. And let's see which one we got.
Yeah, I don't have very much on my
Not
website.
the California one. Not the California one. Everybody does that.
That might be why they haven't completed setting mine up, because I don't have much on my website.
That's right there. Okay.
Is it this
So
one
let's-
right here? FountainValleyChamber.com?
Yep, should be it. Yep, that's us. Hey, we're important now.
All right.
Thanks.
And you go right to the membership directory.
That's nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the video of the fountain. It's an actual moving video. It's not just a photo.
Yep.
And that's the city hall we use, and this is actually all part of the city hall. So this is how we have ours set up, just for the
Yes.
members to go on there. We've got different versions, like you said, but you could just click the advanced advanced search directory in the right, and that should actually pull up the one that everybody's used to seeing.
Yep. Well, let me show real quick on this one too. The nice thing you see here, like for this, they've got their website. So there's the link to their web. Of course, the email, the map, and then the view details. This also then takes you to their marketing landing page.
Yep.
So that's, again, with the information icon, and then like James said, here, the one that a lot have, if I just click search, so it brings up all members.
Right.
Then here again, you can see like this member doesn't have the marketing landing page set up, so you don't have the info icon.
3 days ago.
Right. Right.
And
Yeah,
so
that's-
ones that do, you've got it, and you click on that again to bring up the marketing landing page. And you
So
can
when I'm looking through,
go ahead.
when I'm looking through the list of members, I see that some of our members do have the marketing landing page set up. Some of them look pretty nice, but when I pulled the report to see who had it complete, who had it set up, that was 0. I wonder, why are these not showing up in that report if they do have them created? Maybe that would be a cause for a support ticket.
Yeah, I would definitely submit a support ticket for that, because something is off then, if that's the case, that it's not running it, it's not generating correct. And so, yeah, that could, that definitely is going to skew your view of things of like, if you've got, a whole lot of members that are done and you're showing 0, that's not going to be good.
Hey, Ryan, can you go back to the Chamber Classes website? Because I typed in that chamberclasses.com and it gave me a bad link. It said it was incorrect. So did I?
So chamber
Classroom.
no,
Yeah.
chamberclasses.com.
I put,
Chamberclasses.com.
yeah, because somebody won't try that as well. www.chamberclasses.com.
It worked for me.
Maybe I'm messing something up here.
Yeah, I was gonna say try it again.
Okay, of course, when I do it again, it works. Yeah, I want to make sure I get that right so I can get that out as an email to our members this week
You bet.
or next week.
So we're at our hour time, but are there any other like last minute urgent questions that you need to ask before we end today?
I do have more questions, but I don't want to take all day.
Well, we're
My
at
question-
the time limit that I have, but you can also, Tyson, you can also submit a ticket requesting a one-on-one training time. That
Okay.
is something we offer as well. And most likely it would be the ticket would come to me to set up that time with you. We do have a couple others that do the trainings as well. And so it might be like Cynthia might be the one who does it, or it might be me, but that is something that we offer, and there's no additional charge for that. So it's not like you're going to get, dinged with an unexpected, price or, a bill that you're like, what? So that's
Yeah, that's nice.
something you can even just, and if you have a specific, that is one other thing I want to share very quickly with all of you, that when I was at Chamber Nation, that I spent a lot of time doing, and I want to show you this. I'm sure you all are familiar with the help desk, but this can be very overwhelming, with all the help stuff. I also am one that I learn much better if I can at least visually see what's going on, not just auditory or even reading it. So one of the things that I did is I spent a good deal of time doing my best. And now, before I finish my sentence, I realize some things have changed, especially since I left 3 years ago. So some of these might be a little outdated, um, or not perfectly applicable anymore. So I just put that little addendum in there up front. But in the search, if you just go here to search, and if you type the word video and do the search, I spent a lot of time trying to create training videos on a lot of the different admin areas. And so, for example, let me just give a quick example, because as you go into these, you can find even more. So if you do video, all of these are videos that are available on the different areas. And you'll notice like 712 event registration training videos. And then I have 712.1, point 2, all the way, to point 9, because these are what I also tried to do is make bite-sized videos. And let me just give you an example. If we go to 7.12 and I click on event registration video training video, it's going to come up with, all this information. So I'll actually go right here, 7.12.1. What's going to happen is you're going to have the video come up right here. So you're not going to have to go anywhere else. You're going to be able to watch it right here. In this case, this one is 1 minute and 41 seconds for this first one.
In order to access the event registration,
and this takes you through. Let me pause that. There we go. But then what I did again, like I said, I broke it down. So like, if you want to just, how do I add an event package? You could go straight there, or how do I edit an event package? Things like that. Now these right here are under. These are all under the event, registration section 7. So you've got, the videos of the booth editor, but again, mainly what I wanted to point out. Oh, sorry, hold on. Clicked off. There we go. That if you type in the word video, go back one more. Oh, expired. Then that just will help you to just get access or see what we have videos available for. And you can look through the, so like the member database training video. This one actually is not broken into sections. So this one is quite lengthy. As I click on it, not too lengthy. It's, 17.5 minutes. So it's not like, oh my goodness, kill me. but that will help you. And again, just, going through membership plans video. So as you go through, again, I tried to create a bunch of these videos that will just help. That one's 7 minutes, that will help with the visual learning how to do. And I just like to point that out because I know that the help section can become overwhelming. And I'm not saying that to say do that instead of setting up a training, but to know that you've got this at your fingertips where you can actually watch some of the videos where you can visually see the walkthrough as well.
I like that. That's helpful.
I have. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Maria.
I have a really quick question then. Do you have a video for how to set up a daily deal? Is that under coupon system number 28?
Yeah, let me see.
I'm just curious.
I'm trying to remember if I did a video for it. I don't think I did. Yeah, there's not a video for that, but it's also changing as of tonight.
Yeah, I was going to ask that too at the bottom of the page, my membership information, where it says load deals and the setup displays. Are those both changing?
They are. They're going to change just the way that they look. It's going to be made simpler. I do know also, let me, so we have Chamber Classroom. This is for admin, and I'm working on creating even more. So I realize right now it's limited, but I'm working on creating some more videos that I'm gonna be for Chamber Classroom. So again, I'm working on a whole bunch of training videos. I've got a list of about 40 for admins that I'm working on doing that will be on this page on Chamber Classroom under training videos. And so, of course, the admin trainings that I've done, I have on here, but I'm going to have a whole section with all kinds, and these are all going to be short snippet ones that can be added. But also we have memberclassroom.com, and under member classroom, we also have member videos. So on the member videos, we're working on, so we have here some videos already created, and this will help with, how to create advanced deals, how to spread advanced deals, adding basic coupons. So this will take you on here. These ones were created, I believe, by Richard, but this will take you right in to how to create member coupons.
Hello, chamber members.
Nope, this is mine.
What I want to do is I want to take you through a tour and show you some of the member features.
So that is also available for the members at any time, that we have all of these, submitting a press release, submitting an event without logging in. So I created all those. There's a quick 5-minute basic member tour that they can access. And then we've got others. So
where is this at again? What's
the website, is memberclassroom.com. So it's memberclassroom.com.
Thank you.
Okay, Ryan, speaking of videos, will we get a copy of today's video sent to us?
I was wondering about that too.
Yes. What I will be doing is, what you'll do is you'll get a link. So what's going to happen is I will actually get the video all saved and uploaded to the Chamber Classroom page, and it's going to be added, down here. It'll be the next one in line here after the October, the November training. So it'll be right under here, but it'll be titled just like this. It'll be titled November 13th, 2020 admin training. And once I have it on the website, I will email, because all of you registered for today's training. So because you registered, I'll send it out to everyone that was registered, that just says, today's admin training is uploaded and you can view it here. And so you'll be able to view it at any time. I do edit it. So for example, James, you were on early, all that early stuff I edit out so that, people aren't, spending 15 minutes, watching you and I just, hey, how's it going? Chat, and me, eating a little bit more of my lunch and, all that fun stuff. So.
Appreciate that.
I thank you, Richard, for this, because just what you just showed me is what I do with my members. I have a training class that I do once a month for new members. And I kind of explain how to do some of these things. So now I know that there's videos, but the videos are going to replace or take away my limelight. I love being on Zoom.
Give you more time for other things.
Teach my classes then. How about that? I've got more than that.
Well, hopefully it's actually just supplemental, something to help support you, not to take away from you.
I'm just kidding. I mean, if there's something that I can send them, definitely I would do that. And if they have questions, they can call me. But I was doing it in person. I was doing it through Zoom, and I was having fun with it. But this is good. I like this.
And at any time, if you guys have other questions, especially about this training that we've done or other things, you can contact me. I have my contact information kind of right there in my background. So there's my name. I'll move my head. Oop, wrong way. To the side. There's my cell number, 830-431-0705. And if I move my head the other way, just so you can, gotta go further. There we go. For my email, it's just ryan@yourguyfriday.org. And so you guys are welcome to call, text, email me as well. So, and depending on what it is, it might be something that my reply is, you're going to have to submit a ticket. That's not me trying to blow you off or anything. It just, depends on what the situation is of it, you know, if it's something I can help with, I absolutely will. You know,
Cool. These Q&A calls are every month too. I think the next one is December 11th. That's what it's showing in the calendar. Okay. Yeah.
Ryan, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate this. Yeah. I still have more that I want to learn, but this is definitely helpful.
great. And
I
you're
understand it
welcome.
better now.
And you're welcome to join, you know, every single month for our, I mean, the admin classes I'm working on doing every 2 weeks. However, with the holidays,
Okay.
it's, you know, it's a bit off with the holidays, you know, because of that. But normally the admin classes are the second and fourth Friday of the month. In this case, you know, it's November 13th and then not until December 11th right now. And again, we won't do it 2 weeks after that because that'd be December 25th, Christmas Day. You know,
What's up? I got questions on Christmas.
well, I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
You won't be able to ask me. Sorry.
I want a gift, Santa. I need my admin gifts.
Yeah. But normally, and back in, or you know, once we hit January again, it should be twice a month. And you are welcome to attend any or all. You know, if you go a couple months and then you're like, okay, now I've got more questions, hop back on. You know, join them. But again, you can always submit tickets. You can always request a one-on-one training, especially Tyson being new or newer. You know, it doesn't. And it, honestly, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter even if you are not new. That's what we're here for. So
Right.
That's good. Thank you, Ryan. You
Appreciate
guys are
that.
really great at that because you guys trained me so I can train my members. And I had to do
Right.
that. I'm like, if somebody has to explain this to me. So thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to
Yeah.
be stepping into as well. Now, I don't want to go into something real deep, but I noticed that there's a separate page for social network. Is that going to be changing with the upcoming upgrades, or is that involved in that? Or looks like our social network page is not being used.
No, I don't think that's going to change because that's more utilizing your social networks or the chamber's social networks throughout the system versus the members. So I
Yeah, it
I
looks
don't
like
think
this-
that's going to
Sorry,
change.
guys, I have to go, but
No problem.
okay.
Nice
I have to
hanging
go
out
as
with you
well.
guys.
I'll have to go.
Sorry, bye.
Thank you
I
very much.
apologize. I have to log off as well because I've got to get to another meeting.
Yeah.
So
Hi, Maria. Send me my email category.
All right.
Oh, I got to talk to you about that.
My phone number's in there, right? So let me get my phone number. I'm
You know
sorry.
what? All right, go ahead.
You put my phone number in here. 719-297-1576. I just put it in the chat as well. You know,
Haynes, okay.
let
Let me call you about that.
Yeah, give me a call when you get a chance. My phone is right here, and I might use it, might not. I don't know. No, I'll use it.
All right. I got to make a phone call, then I'll call you. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank
later.
you, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Bye.
you, Ryan.
Thank
Yeah.
you all. Let me get out of here.